Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We're here.
We're here. We made it.
We made it. What are we doing? What are you talking about? There's so many things for us to talk about.
Yeah, we have a dictionary full of things to talk about.
We have your... Well, what have we done? We just completed a video.
Mm-hmm.
A porn video to turn on other people.
Yeah.
With...
To get other people's juices flowing.
Yeah, it was a really good one.
Yeah.
Actually.
You loved it.
I just did it. I just whipped out the iPhone. I didn't even use the nice camera. I was like, screw it.
I know.
So.
Well, the iPhone can do a great job if you have the right lighting.
Right.
Yeah, it was fun. We had fun, and what I noticed in the video was I got really wet and juicy and orgasmic when we started talking about our visions and our goals and dreams, and
right.
Like we want a beautiful house and property in Hawaii, and we want a retreat center in New Zealand. Like, we started talking about that when we were having sex, and I was just like really wet, and it was really great. And then what gets you really horny and going is when I talk about my experiences that I have with other men. Yeah. You're not there and you want to feel included in it. So what we do is we have sex to it. That's our little secret.
I want to be there, and I want to watch and be part of it.
Yep.
But when everyone else doesn't want that, the next best thing is story time.
Exactly. Story time.
With you.
So yes, I'm an escort, and so I have had and have lots of experiences with other men, sexual experiences, and you are not there for them. So the way in which we manage that and still maintain an amazing, strong relationship together is we talk about it. We include it in our sexual encounters with each other. Yeah. And it works really well.
It's great.
So we want to share that because
it's great. It's the solution. It's like it's the antidote. It's like imagine if all the times that you felt jealous and like you wanted to kill your partner or yourself, and you're losing it, right? And you're in hell and agony. Imagine the literal opposite feeling of that, and you're fucking jizzing, okay? Because it's so damn hot. I mean, that's where I want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in hell, folks.
Yeah, and it's sad for me. It's sad for you when you're not there. I feel bad. I feel sad that you're not there.
Well,
and then like you feel shitty that you're not there. So it's like
no. What? You can because here's the thing. You can have experiences. That's awesome. It's like there's a bank, there's like a bank account, and you add things to the bank account, you take away. If you just keep taking away, and like I'm not having, so it's been like years, like so that's what happened with us. Like it was like it's been years, and I haven't been involved in any of your other sexual experiences. After a while, that starts to like we're in a deficit. There's a negative bank balance.
Yeah, after so much buildup of not being there, being separate from it, it does start to become painful.
It's horrible. It's horrible after a while. Yeah, it starts to like erode at your mind. Just like imagine if your partner was fucking people all the time and you're never there. You have no idea what's going on for years. It's like a virus that like gets at you.
Yeah, and it affects we've noticed that it affects all other areas of our life. Like we have several different businesses that we're working on, and it's so hard to focus on those businesses because of this. Right. And so our solution to that was what I just said, was like
story time.
Yes.
Story time, yeah. And even further than that is like we're getting some male talent to be in the videos with us. And let's do it, folks.
Yeah, it takes a special man to be able to join us in that situation. So we haven't yet found that person, but we're getting closer. We have some inquiries.
Yeah, I wanna hook up with I want to do a professional hookup with you with someone who's like bisexual or is into cuckolding or something. They're out there.
Yeah,
it's just not as common, you know.
Bisexual men are fun. I enjoy being around men who are bisexual and open to being close and intimate with other men. I think that's so great.
Yeah,
even if they don't like you don't identify as bisexual.
Nope.
You're not sexually attracted.
I don't feel romantic feelings for men.
However, you want to get over that that hurdle of like the competition with men. That's the thing that really just destroys everything.
No, I just want to feel compersion. So like when I see someone else's dick going you, like that feels good for me too.
Yeah, it's a pleasurable experience for everyone involved. And
yeah, that's some samadhi shit right there. That's like you're having this experience of oneness.
Yeah.
In the group. And
that's really tough for most heterosexual men.
Yeah, they're not in samadhi.
That's why they end up being violent with each other, and they end up, domestic violence, abuse, all this stuff.
Right.
Beating up other men, fighting, crazy.
Yep.
So we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, it's really, I noticed that it's really painful because you do have some clients who are like, I'm the only man in the room, and they're being cruel to your partner, and it's like
at that when
but it would feel so much better if we all just enjoyed it.
When they say stuff like that, it's just like you are just ridiculous.
Well, anyway, on the side, I'm gonna be taking it in the butt on the side. Mm-hmm. When you go on your dates, I wanna start hooking up with guys
using the banana
because I think it's good. Mm-hmm. I think that's healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
opening up your butt is good for everyone, men and women. Having your butt opened is just like, especially men, like even more so men. If a man's butt is open, like he just opened up a whole nother world inside of himself that he didn't even know existed.
It's the one of our friends said it's the other half of my sexuality, that's accurate.
Yeah.
It's accurate, yeah.
Like that is the only spot around a man's genitals where he can truly receive, like be penetrated. Women can be penetrated in their vagina, so they have that receiving experience.
Right.
But for men, that's the only spot. So if you really, really, really want to learn how to receive and let go and surrender to pleasure, that is where you need to go. And it's probably not going to feel good at first, but you'll get there.
There we go. Did you, what was I going to say? Oh, crap. I forgot. Whatever, man. So this week, we got plans this week for Royalust. Mm-hmm. We just uploaded it. Well, we're going to, after this live, we're going to upload our porn that we shot. And feel free to download that porn. It's a paid video, and your donations go to Royalust and what's going on here to build this awesome community.
This awesome network
foundation
community.
So yeah, you can watch us fuck, and you can get off to it, and everybody's happy. And donate a little bit of money. Donate
some money to a future cause. And this cause is going to be able to eventually create events. It's going to have like a whole retreat center for all this amazing stuff.
Yeah, for people being in pleasure in their body. Mm-hmm. Because that's important.
Mm-hmm. It's very important.
I don't care what your mama said. It's important.
We don't care.
And so this week we're doing... We're doing another video this week of your booty. Like because you really haven't explored anal.
No.
Really got intimate with your butt.
Right.
Yeah. Because you're going to be having an anal experience with a man this weekend. Mm-hmm. Who's not me.
Yeah, I say those things.
We'll see.
I sprinkle, some words on top of the deal just to keep him excited. But yeah, but it would be nice to. But when my clients are there, when my friends, my dates are there, excuse me, they're just overwhelmed with like the whole experience, just being there. So like half the time they forget about all the other shit that they told me about all these fantasies that they wanted.
Well, yeah.
Or they're really ashamed about it and they just don't want to bring it up. They won't want to say it with their voice in person.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah.
It's easy for them to say it via email or text.
Yeah, that's what it is they have shame. They really do want that thing, but they're just scared.
Yeah, so if I don't bring it up or initiate it, a lot of times they won't either.
If you don't pull your pants down and put your booty on them, it ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna bring it up, probably.
Probably not.
But anyway, the point is like, we're going to do a video and it's going to be really great because I'm going to show you guys how to open a woman's ass, how to open anyone's ass, really. I'm confident that we can have a great anal experience because you know me and I'm really connected to you and can help your butt open up.
Yeah.
Which is hard. That's an involuntary muscle.
Right.
You can't fake it. You can't fake an orgasm. Well, you can fake an orgasm in your butt, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're just gonna be like, yeah. It's funny. The other day, I did a session with a guy that likes it up his butt, like with really big things. And I'm saying like a dildo this wide.
That can be really dangerous, by the way.
He builds his way up there, though. He had like 3 different things that we used before I used that. But like it was big, and I was like, "How the hell did you?"
Did you put it on like a strap on?
Yeah.
And you're banging this dude with this big black dick. I think I saw that picture.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. I went looking.
He had, because you can like, it's just so they were so big. I was like, "Oh my god, this is just hilarious! This is a big giant black."
It's like, why didn't he just get a black guy to come over there?
Well,
if you want big black monster dick.
I mean, this was way bigger than I think anyone humanly possible could. Their penis could just not be that. It was like,
I don't know.
It was like the size of my thigh. Like,
wow, that's really weird. He has to be careful because you can tear your ass. I've torn my ass, and I was bleeding for like 6 months.
Yeah, he liked that, and that was the first time I've ever done that. So he was like, "You were really good," and I was like, "Well, thanks."
You were good. That's funny. It's really funny that I'm just imagining you just as petite and cute as you are.
Yeah.
You're just with this huge dong.
I know. It was like, I was like not thinking it was going to be, but he had it there. So I was like, okay, let's do it.
Wow. And
I don't get drunk or high or anything during these sessions. I'm completely sober. So yeah. I do things like that because I like to kind of push my own edges and learn about things.
That's something I like about you is you really want to do it sober and grow.
Yeah.
You want to get strong as a you know.
Yeah, he smoked a little weed there. He said it because it helps his butt relax.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So I kind of like hung out with him for a little while and we talked. And he's a returning client. He's super cool. His girlfriend is actually a sex worker. She has like a sugar daddy and stuff.
Well, about the weed thing. Well, what the weed thing is like when you go under the influence, you're stepping over something. Like there's something there, you know. There's something there's a feeling there.
Yeah.
And intoxicating yourself, you just kind of step over that instead of dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
But what would be the next step? I would personally, if I was paying for like a professional. I mean, I guess it depends too. Like you don't have to, obviously you don't have, every time you do that, it doesn't have to be some deep healing thing, you know, you can just fucking have fun, but
right.
You can also not get intoxicated and deal with the feeling.
Yeah.
Too, you know, and be like, what's that? Oh, well, I was 5 years old. I was raped or whatever by my fucking dad.
There's those like kind of, I've done a lot of those sessions too, tantra sessions. Where it was really deeply healing and the client, the guy was crying and it was just this whole experience. Right. But
especially when you go in a dude's butt, man.
Yeah, he said it took him a year to be able to get up to that giant size.
Good.
A year.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But I like being the dom. I'm like a very gentle dom, you know, BDSM. I'm not like a blood drawer. Like I'm not gonna make people bleed or anything.
No,
intentionally.
You're not mean.
No.
You're very cute and soft and.
I use my voice to dominate. I'm really good at that. Like I like to be sensual with my words and stuff.
You're like a puddle.
Take you into a visual experience in your head too.
You're like a love puddle.
I like domination for men, especially because it really helps them like get out of that like thing that they're in. They're like, I need to do this. I'm a man. I need to, you know. I think it could be really unhealthy for men to be in that place all the time.
Yeah, I hate it. I've actually taken a hiatus from women at all because I don't like that. I don't like that. Like I feel that when I'm around women, like especially in a dating context.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't like it. So I don't even hang out. I don't even do that anymore because it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Like I gotta do something and I gotta initiate it and I don't want to.
Yeah, a lot of women are like that, unless you're around really dominant women.
I just want to be around someone who's just chill, you know?
Yeah, someone who's not like on one extreme or the other. They're just like, I can just
yeah,
be
whatever.
around you.
Yeah, whatever. And we can talk about it too. Like if she's like, hey, you know what would be really hot is if you did everything right now. I'd be like, okay.
Right.
But when it's like when we're not talking about it and it's like unconscious and it's
an
like
expectation.
It's like yeah,
yeah, it's something my tantra teacher told me many years ago was that expectations are preconceived resentment.
Wow.
Yeah, which is so true.
Yep. That's really true, yeah, because you'll never live up to people's expectations ever. If somebody has an expectation, just forget it. Yeah.
They're definitely gonna end up not liking you. They're gonna have all these resentments, all these stories about you. Oh, he sucks, or she sucks, or she didn't do this or that. But they were expecting it. They didn't talk about it.
Kind of like I'm not gonna really say who, but someone that we know, who we clearly from the story we got from them is they had an expectation for this girl that they were with, and they got a house with her and stuff. And there was clearly an expectation for her to be a bang maid for him and like give him naughty anal sex. And she didn't do that and he wasn't talking about it. So
yeah,
he kind of told her to go scram. And then he just ends up calling you.
Right.
The escort.
Yeah, as soon as they break up, then he's like calling me again. And it's like...
yeah.
But yeah, there's like a lot of people will do that.
Yeah, you got to talk about it.
Yeah,
you have to.
A lot of men that I've worked with, and I'm not saying all men are like this, but a lot of men that I've worked with, because that's like the men that I work with are very similar to one another. They tend to be in relationships and they have all these expectations of and I'm sure she has her own expectations of him and all that too. But with the men, I noticed that they want her to be like this, you know, banging him all the time in the ass and the this and the that.
This dirty, nasty hoe.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mama. It's like, but then she doesn't really get what she wants. It's like, but she wants something too, and it's probably not that. She probably wants something else. And the fact that a lot of men that I've met have those expectations, but they're not willing to care about what she wants.
Right.
But if he really cared about what she wants, then she would open up and she would probably end up doing what he wants too.
Yeah.
But like he's got to like be like, I want to care about you. I want to give you what you want. Then she'll be like this blossoming flower that'll be like, oh, give me your cock. You know, it's like.
Well, yeah. Well, trust needs to be established first. Like, trust needs to be, you know, there needs to be love, like care.
Yeah, love and care.
And then, but it's like, if you want to have raunchy anal sex, like, just talk about it. Like, hey, I want to be in your butt. And she's like, well, no one's ever been in my butt. And then he can be like, well, why don't we take it slow and just experiment? It's easy.
Yeah.
But then I do feel like, here's the problem too. because this happens. What the problem is that there's an expectation that one person has that the other person's going to be this superhero, and if they're not that, then they just throw them away.
Right.
Instead of like, why don't we grow together, folks?
Yeah.
Why don't we work on it?
Yeah, let's start talking about it. Let's figure it out. And let's not just jump to the next person, because the next person, you're going to have the same problems with the next person that you had with this person. It's not going to change.
It's going to be literally the same thing.
And it's probably going to be even worse. Like, it's just going to amplify until you can't handle it anymore and you need to change. So,
yeah.
Better change now.
Yeah.
With the partner you're with right now.
Well, what's an example of that for us? So, you know, like I wanted something from you and you wanted something from me, and we're like working on it together, you know, like we're not like, screw you.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to like build a life with a man and like be a power couple, like do things together and show the world who we are. Like I had this whole vision, you know, and that's what we did. And all my other relationships before that failed because the guy didn't want to be a part of what I was doing, you know?
Right.
I was going to all these tantra workshops, doing all this weird stuff, and like he's like, no.
What you're doing is really specific, and they're going to have to want their life to be an orgy, or just forget it.
Yeah, if they're ashamed about that, it just like my ex-boyfriend was so ashamed about that. He was really, really sexually ashamed, and he was like, no way.
It's understandable.
It's understandable.
That's how just 5 years ago. I mean,
but you were way more open than he is, and probably ever will be. Like you were just exploring in the same way I was. Like we were going all these tantra things together, and that's where we met. We met at a cuddle party.
My mind was already a raunchy mofo. Because my whole life I was doing porn all day, every day, you know, like I'm so horny, I want to fuck so bad all the time. But there was stuff in the cultural programming, family stuff, you know, there's a lot of shame. So I'm still, it's hard. Even when, see, here's the thing, what I learned, this is how bad shame is, folks. How like paralyzing and disabling it is. So I totally get it if people feel shame, because I do too. When I walked into a room one day, and the room had literally everything I want. It was full of beautiful women and men too, beautiful men who want to fuck me. Just they want to fuck. They're right there. They're like, let's go. And I literally, what I did, it was a play party or whatever, basically a sex party. What I literally did was I went onto the couch and I sat there, and I was frozen the entire time. I didn't talk to a soul. I was just scared. Everything I wanted. It's funny how that happens. When everything is, if you were really everything you think you want, if it was put right in front of you today, you might not have the reaction you think, you know?
Right.
Because there's these like mental frameworks and beliefs, and your identity needs to shift. Mm-hmm. So that was like 5 years, 6 years ago, maybe 7, maybe 8 years ago now. I don't even know. But since then, I've committed to having an identity shift, and I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
So we're still not at the orgy. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
But we're working on it. It's like slowly, you know, like you're banging people, we're talking about it. Like I've had a couple things, like we're starting to invite people to come and like, let's do it, let's film it, like let's do it, you know, let's talk about it.
Absolutely. Our relationship has always been very different. It started off being very unique, and it still is. And we've done a lot of wild things, a lot of really beautiful, deep, healing things around sex, and that a lot of people just would like hell no. It's a lot of work.
Well,
but it's worth it.
Yeah.
And we've gained so much from those experiences. And we've gotten close, and we're like so close and bonded and connected to each other because of those experiences, that if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have the connection. We would probably be like on the edge of breaking up if we didn't have those experiences. All these experiences.
If we didn't have compersion for each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we weren't, if we didn't have like really amazing communication with each other. Yep. We tell each other everything all the time, like anything. There's, I mean, just you name it. I don't feel afraid to tell you things.
No.
And you don't feel afraid to tell me things, and we tell each other.
Yeah, well, you know, some things are hard still for me, like when I want to know about you fucking some guy.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, like I feel like I want to talk about it, but then, you know, you get choked up. You're like, and you don't say it. Mm-hmm. And then when we're having sex, like it starts to come out.
Right.
And I start to be like, what about that date you were on?
Yeah.
Like while we're having sex.
We always end up saying it, even if it takes a little while, but like,
yeah.
We always know what you always know what I'm doing. Yeah. You know, I know what you're doing.
Well, I found it
as far as like when we're going out and meeting with other people or whatever.
When you have a great time though, it's super hot for me now. I mean it always was, you know. That's the thing. I feel like that that's a huge secret about life that I feel like a lot of people could really change their life if they got that, you know. That whole thing about the whole deal about all the fear and all the fighting and whatever, just that's like the ultimate thing that your partner could do to you is go have sex with someone else. But it's because what is actually there is a boatload of pleasure. Because I remember when you had sex with this guy and he was all about you. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you in every room in the house, and he's fucking sticking his tongue in your ass and shit. I didn't even think about licking your ass until this guy came around. Like, he was on another level of being raunchy with you.
Yeah.
And I was so triggered by that. I was like...
Yeah, that's true. And I was surprised that you didn't think about doing that before, because you put your face right in the middle of my butt, and it feels really good.
I had the idea that's dirty. I was like, isn't that dirty? I actually started researching, and I'm like, aren't you going to get sick? And then people were like, no, not really.
Yeah, we were in a community before around people that were very like
they were scared
of things.
Bodies. Like
STDs.
Scared.
Oh my God, you have to get 20 STD checks before you do X, Y, and Z. You cannot do this for that.
Well, it turns out that there's really not that much just gross about feces. Unless somebody's got hepatitis, like there's nothing disgusting about poop.
Yeah, and of course,
like nothing that is threatening to your health.
Yeah, like if you accidentally get some in your mouth. I know like nobody
microscopic
really
amounts.
Most people don't want that.
Not the fucking caterpillar movie. What was that fucked up movie? Remember what I'm talking about? Never mind. We don't need to talk about it. So, well, no, because I did some researching and I'm like, oh wow, it's probably another thing that I got in my head. So I tried it with you and I was like, this is fucking awesome. This is hot.
People call it rim job.
It's super hot, and then and it tastes great too. I'm like, damn. I'm like this. So see that too. You know what else you showed me too? Well, I want to finish the story. So I researched it, and then I started doing it with you, and I was like, this is fucking hot. And then I started getting really triggered because I'm like, you guys know, because if somebody's fucking the person that you're with and they're having better sex than you know, how's that feel? That doesn't feel good. And that was really hard for me.
Yeah.
But you worked with me a lot, and you were like jerking me off and stuff, and being like, "Yeah, he was licking my ass," and then I was like, "Wow, this is fucked up. This is really hot." And then I started having massive orgasms to it, and I was like, "Okay, now I wanna watch." Mm-hmm. And then he's like, "No, I'm the only man in the room."
Yeah, it was funny because I know he secretly wanted, because we put an ad up with me and you as a couple. You can have a date with us as a couple, and he reached out to me. He's like, "Oh, you and Satya are doing a thing," and I was like, "Yeah, do you want to do it?" And he's, "Oh no," it's like,
"No."
It's like, "Yeah, you did. Why did you reach out about it then?" It's like,
"Yeah, I want to do all kind of fun stuff." Anyway, so nope, the thought left. I had a thought queued up, remember? And then I went back into the story. What was the thought?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Who knows? I guess it's not important. It'll come back. So yeah, crazy stuff here. But I really think where this is all going, and like the path that we're walking down and that we're paving, really, like we don't have anybody helping us with this. This has been trial and error for like a decade.
It's been a long time coming.
And but where it's going is, you know, the dream that you had the other night.
Yeah.
Which is just this wonderful place of pleasure.
Yep.
Honest to God, it's like it's heaven. So, you know, if that's where we're going, and it's like get rich or die trying, folks. You know.
Exactly.
And then we'll just
it's painful along the way. It's really like you got to see how like messed up society is. You got to look at things. You got to like see, wow, men are really like angry, women are really like scared and angry too.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep pushing through. Yeah. Be like, I'm gonna change this. Well, that's what we're doing. That's our mission. We are gonna change this.
Right. Yep. Crazy.
We are the change makers.
All right, so we're gonna upload our little iPhone porn to Pornhub. It's gonna be paid video on Pornhub and OnlyFans too.
Yep.
And then
Pornhub and OnlyFans.
Yep, and then we're doing a booty extravaganza the middle of this week.
We have a porn channel, and you like took down all the videos, which I'm so mad about. We gotta put them back up because I loved the videos. We took some really amazing, like you filmed it.
Yeah, we'll get more.
No, we have to find that one. There was one where it was a preview, and it was fun because it had music. It was like really artsy, and like we have to have that back up there because it's just so good. And a lot of people reached out to me. They're like, "Hey, where are all your videos? I don't see them up there anymore."
Yeah, they're trying to spank it to our videos. Our videos are really good. I'm a porn connoisseur, and I'm a booty connoisseur. Like I've been watching porn since I was 10, you know, maybe 12, and I like our videos better. Honestly, I don't even like going on Pornhub anymore.
Yeah.
If I could have my way, we would be filming all kinds of kinky, crazy shit, and I'd be jerking off to it. I'd be done with Pornhub.
We're both artists, so we really value it looking good and being artistic, being very sensual and honest and real. Yeah. We want you to get a real picture of who we are. We're not gonna just like bang, 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 and then it's over, and it's like this shitty, pixely, gross video that's like just one in a million. Right. Ours really stand out. And you'll see. Once we find that video I'm talking about, we're going to find that video. We're going to put it back up in there.
Yep. What are we allowed to do on YouTube? Are you allowed to show your butt? I think you are. If you're wearing underwear, it's fine. Right?
I'm not really sure. We'd have to go explore that.
You can be in your underwear. I'm pretty sure. I've seen tons of like kinky videos of girls and being naked, half naked.
And their underwear and stuff on YouTube?
I don't know. Let us know in the comments, guys. What do you think? Are you going to report us? If we get reported and booted off YouTube, we're just going to go to Pornhub.
Yeah, we're going to do all these podcasts, and our sexy videos are just going to be all up on Pornhub, so...
I mean, really, I'm going to upload this to Pornhub.
Just upload it to Pornhub because it needs to be on there, too.
Okay.
Pornhub actually has, like, a whole podcast thing you can do on there. Anyways. That's it. Bye.
It's been 30 minutes. I mean, it ain't even been that long. What was that? So that's it. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
Okay. All right. Wait. Do this. This will be our sign off symbol. Can you do that?
Hey, wait. I just want to say really quick, because I know like people can watch this and be like, "Wow, you guys are really strange." I'm really not, though, because let me tell you how insecure we used to be. But but when you hear this, you might think like, why? I don't think that's insecure. That's just the way it's supposed to be. Well, I beg to differ. But I used to be so bad and so culturally brainwashed, right, when I was little, just unconsciously. I didn't even know that this was like the message I received, but this is just what I believed on an unconscious level. My girlfriend, we were separated. We weren't broken up, but we didn't see each other for a summer. And I was probably 16 years old. And then I went to her house after, and she's like crying and stuff, and she's like, I had sex with this guy from Watertown or whatever, you know. And it turns out he like bent her over his fucking car in the driveway of her house and was like banging her. And I was so sick. I think I didn't throw up, but I wanted to. And I went home and I didn't move for the rest of the summer. I was incapacitated from the news that my girlfriend got fucked by this guy. But that was my life. That was it.
Wow.
Sick to my stomach. Actually, every single time when I was younger, when a girl would cheat on me or whatever, I would just be physically ill. Like violently physically ill. And unable to function. So I like this better. But yeah, so but I think that I think that's interesting and something to unpack more of, like, what is that? You know, why is that the default in our culture, you know? And people say, oh, it's biological, it's because of this. I don't know if it's biological, you know? I'm not sure if it's biological, actually. You know?
Yeah.
And maybe it is, and maybe we're hacking biology, and that's even more fun.
That's fun.
Yeah. We're like Elon Musk. We're like messing with the fabric of the simulation.
Yeah.
Making it more fun. All right.
Yeah. Alter it a little bit. Make some adjustments.
Miss Love.
Miss Love.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wait, do this thing. This will be our sign off.
Gang sign?
No, this is half of a heart. See it? No, you have to do the other half. No, you have to straighten this finger.
I don't even know if I can. Oh, okay. Oh. Bye.
Bye-bye.